Alright, so question and answer video today, because I haven't done one in like 4 months. But actually, before we get into that, I actually got a couple of things just to quickly show you off. Not really enough to make a September haul video, that's why I'm just doing a Q&A. So I'll just show you a couple of things I got. Alright, so first off, I got Girls Frontline, one of my favorite guns in Girls Frontline. Type 95, I got her swimsuit version. 1/12 scale figure. It's actually relatively small. I actually already opened it before. I'll put some shots in for you. But yeah, really nice. One of my favorite guns. So we have that. I also picked up a wall scroll as well, or a tapestry. And let me just open it for you here real quick. I don't even know if this is going to be big enough to fit in frame. Yeah, so I got a Final Fantasy VII tapestry, and I also picked up Tamamo's Nendroid as well, which is right here. It's pretty dope. Alright, so are you thinking about doing movie night for Patreons? Interesting thought. I don't think I ever would put that into motion though, because let's say we pick a random day of like the month just to do a movie night or something. And what if people are busy that day? And also there's the point of time zones being different, so not too sure if that would ever work out, but appreciate the suggestion. Favorite character arc and story arc from any anime, manga, light novel, or visual novel? Maybe Okabe from Steins Gate or Takeru from Love. Either one of those probably. And favorite and story arc, we'll go with Emiya Gohan, because you know that's one of the greatest story arcs ever written. Thoughts on episode 1 of FGO Babylonia? I'm actually really enjoying it so far. FGO Babylonia was definitely one of my favorite chapters in FGO. So, which character designers are your favorite? Of course, the man, the myth, the legend, Takeuchi. You know, the saber face himself. Hideo Minaba, I think that's how his name. He does some stuff from Grand Blue. He's also worked on a couple of Final Fantasy stuff in the past too. So, is there any limits when you'll stop collecting figures, or does it continue as long as Fate figures are manufactured? I would like to go with the former, but it's most likely the latter. In which case, that means I probably will never stop collecting figures. Maybe, I don't know. We'll see where this journey takes me. Best Azur Lane girl. I'm torn between Baltimore and Prince. Baltimore's pretty good actually, but personally for me, I would have to choose Prince. Prince is definitely, I think, my second favorite ship probably. My first is kind of tied between two ships who are relatively similar, mainly because they're sister ships. If you've watched my room tour, you already know who my favorite ships are, but what were your thoughts on the first episode of Azur Lane, and would you buy another figure of the same? I love the first episode. I mean, in the first few seconds I saw St. Louis, so, you know, it was already good for me, and also the opening was dope. I loved the intro sequence for Enterprise. It was really cool, and also Unicorn was just absolutely adorable. I think you're asking me, would I buy the same figure more than once? If you asked me a year and a half ago, I would have said no, but this month I have more than one of the same figure being ordered, so yeah, I would. What are you playing on the Switch right now? Honestly, I should say Fire Emblem, but I really I've only been playing Tetris 99 nowadays. I guess I find it very therapeutic to play, so that maybe that's why, and I just find it really relaxing, so yeah, I should probably play Fire Emblem again though. When's the next ride reviews? I can't live without them. I don't know, you'd have to ask the man himself. By the way, if any of you guys are looking for some really great food reviews, check out Ride Reviews 69. I'll leave a link to his channel down below. How do you feel about the direction modern anime has been going in recently? Do you mean how like there is at least 10 different isekai animes to watch every season now? To me, anime has always been, you know, the same relatively. It's just gotten bigger, right? So I know there's a stigma to where like anime from like the mid 2000s were the greatest, and like anime hasn't been able to get up to that standard. And personally, maybe I would somewhat agree with that, because the mid 2000s were my golden era of anime. But personally, I feel like anime has always been the same. It's just gotten much bigger. That just means more shows are being produced, which means you have to go through a lot more shows to find the gems that you really like. Maybe that's just me though. Best girl in We Never Learn, and why is it Kirisu Sensei? Okay, Kirisu Sensei is definitely top tier, and I am in the Kirisu Sensei camp, but like it's kind of a tie for me between her and Fumino. Honestly, I absolutely love Fumino. I think she's adorable as hell. If you guys didn't know, I actually read the manga for this. It's one of my favorite things to read weekly. And whenever there's a Fumino chapter or a Kyushu Senju chapter, it's just a really good day for me because I just love those two. Any thoughts on the Bang Dream franchise? Bang Dream's dope. I actually play the mobile game somewhat, mainly because one of my friends is completely obsessed with it, so he tries to get me to play it. I've played it on stream a couple nights ago. I like it. It's a fun rhythm game. It's got cute girls. Except for the swipe notes, those can go die in a fire. But yeah, I haven't actually watched the anime yet, so I should probably go and finish that. Do you think Demon Slayer is one of the best animes to come out recently and will still be known in a decade? I would actually think so, considering how episode 19 of the anime went on trending for a bit, so yeah, I would say Demon Slayer is definitely one of the best animes to come out. And also, with regards to Demon Slayer, a lot of you guys tweeted at me with asking about Demon Slayer, so, and a lot of them were very similar, so yeah, that was probably the most unique one out of the bunch for Demon Slayer. Anything new you've been playing recently? No. I don't really got time to play too much stuff as of late. I mean, Code Vein came out. I kind of wanted to get that, but I don't know if I ever will. And also this month later, I think on the 22nd, Trails of Cold Steel 3 is finally coming out in English because that thing's been in Japan for a long time now. Heck, Trails of Cold Steel 4 has been out in Japan for a while now. So that's finally coming out in English, and I can't wait to play that whenever I get the chance to. This game's amazing. Have you seen Granblue Fantasy the anime, or have you played the game before? Yes, I've played the game, I've watched the anime, I'm also watching season 2 that's airing this season, so yeah. I haven't actually invested too much time into the game, I kind of want to though, but you guys know there's already another mobile game that's kind of taken over my life. Are you reading the Kimetsu no Yaiba manga? Yes, I am reading the manga. In fact, after the first episode aired of the anime, I started reading the manga the same day and I caught up, so yeah. Demon Slayer's pretty dope. What anime are you watching this season? Good question, considering how I didn't do an upcoming fall anime season video. The main reason for that is just because I was really swamped with assignments. I didn't really have time to make that video. But I'm watching quite a bit of shows this season, actually. Let me pull up Annie chart here real quick for you. So, like per usual, there's actually a lot of shows that are based off light novels this season that I've actually read the manga versions for. For example, Cautious Hero, Assassin's Pride. There is, what was the other one? Oretsuki? I forget, like the one with the glasses girl. I absolutely despise most of the characters in this show though, except for like the main character and glasses girl. Like the main character's best friend's a complete dickwad, and like all the girls are completely stupid, I find. So I literally like zero of the characters most of the time. But yeah, a lot of shows that I'm watching aren't starting until like a long time now, actually. For example, like Psycho-Pass season 3 doesn't start for like another week. Chihaya Furu season 3 doesn't start for like another week. Yeah, but I am watching quite a few shows. Like Bokuben, series where prodigies get sent to another world. I'm watching that since I read that. High School Girl season 2, ZX Code Reunion, which I'm surprised that actually has gotten another season, because I remember watching ZX Code Ignition. When did it first come out? 2014, 2013? I forget. I think it was winter 2014, right? So yeah, there you go. Those are a couple of the shows that I'm watching this season. Thoughts on the Bunny Girl Senpai movie? Now, I'd give it a solid 8 out of 10. So there's actually a lot of emotional scenes in this film, and since it's a film, everything seems a little bit more fast-paced to me personally. So while there's a lot of emotional scenes, everything happens just so fast, so you get hit with feels and feels and feels, and like they just try to keep hitting you with these feels, and then like I feel like everything's just happening a little too fast, that some of the emotion just kind of gets dropped off on you. Maybe that was just me. Don't get me wrong, I still got hit by the emotions, but like, you know, I think like as a TV series, this probably would have hit a lot harder. But yeah, I thought the movie was pretty good for me anyways. Favorite anime music composer? For me, it's either between Yuki Kajira or Hiroyuki Sawano. Have you read Tsukihime, and if so, what did you think of it? I love Tsukihime. I played the VN, it was great. I also read the manga version as well. And this year, in the year 2019, if you can believe it or not, for any of my Type Moon fanatics out there, we got some news about the Tsukihime visual novel remake, which I am very excited about. Hopefully it comes out by the time I reach the age of like 60, but we'll see. And also, fun fact, I might just like Arcoade a little bit more than Arturio. It's my hot take of 2019. Ever played any visual novels lately? Nope. I don't even have time to make videos. Do you think I have time to play VNs? Your favorite figure manufacturer? If you watch my top 5 figure video, you probably already know the answer for this. It's pretty obvious. When do I get free stuff? Well, John, you're one of my patrons, so check out the latest posts if you want to earn some free stuff. Oh, by the way, for any one of my patrons, if you're watching this video and you haven't checked out the Patreon page yet, I kind of need your feedback on the latest post. So if you can go vote on that post, that would be really dope. Although the results right now, as I'm looking at it, I'm already sure of what's going to win. So I am going to Tokyo for the first time for my birthday on December 4th. I will be up there for about 10 days. Any tips that you can give? Alright, so I can either destroy your wallet completely, or I can save you from, being poor. I'm gonna go with the former. So from now until you go to Tokyo, you're gonna want to save as much money as possible. Okay, because the moment you step into Akihabara, it's gonna be a dunzo. I remember my first time when I stepped into Akiba, it was a GG for me. Especially when I stepped into my first soft map, it was over, it was done. My wallet was pretty much in the garbage because, it was empty. Have you ever watched Mysterious Girlfriend X? And if you had, what's your impression on it? Yes, I've watched Mysterious Girlfriend X. In fact, I actually was reading the manga up until its eventual end when it was still ongoing. I liked it. It wasn't too weird, but the saliva part wasn't really that weird for me. If you guys haven't watched Mysterious Girlfriend X, maybe you should give that a chance. Still playing Mania? No, actually a couple days ago I played Mania for the first time in about almost 2 years. I stopped playing Mania, I think, back in December of 2017 because that's when I first got my Sound Voltex controller. I played Sound Voltex for a year, and then my knob on my controller broke, and then I stopped playing for like maybe half a year. Just recently I kind of picked it back up again because I taped it up. I kind of jerry-rigged my controller. The left knob is literally being held up by a bunch of tape. So yeah, I mean, I drop inputs here and there, so it's not really the greatest thing, but it works kind of. I'm looking towards getting another one, but who knows when I will have the sufficient funds to do so. If anyone from YuanCon is watching this video, feel free to hit me up and if you want to send one for review. Okay, I can guarantee you I can make your controller look somewhat good on camera. Do you have some sort of process for figuring out where you put new figures, scrolls, etc. in your room, like some sort of advanced planning, or do you just make it up as you receive new items and shipments? I completely wing everything. I would like to say I am very organized and I plan everything out in advance, but I actually don't. It's just completely winged. That's why my room kind of looks really cluttered. I really admire people who have very minimalistic, like nicely filled anime rooms. But like, I have so much stuff, it's gonna look cluttered no matter what I do anyways, so it's whatevers. Do you wash your Nesoberries / plushies? If so, how did you do it? That's actually a good question. I never thought to actually wash them, mainly because they usually sit on my desks or my shelves around here just for display, so I've never really felt the need to wash them. You might want to go to like a subreddit for that. Is there a Nesoberry subreddit or something? I don't know. Maybe ask one of my mods, because he buys a lot more Nesoberries than I do, and I don't even know if he has gone out of his way to wash them yet, so I'm not too sure. But if it were me, I would just throw it in the washing machine and be done with it. If the Fate fandom didn't exist, what fandom would you focus all of your money on? Probably at Azur Lane or Grand Blue Fantasy. There's a ton of franchises to spend my money on other than Fate. Where are the vids at? That hits hard, man. Ass or tits? Damn, I got like 3 other people who asked me the same question. Personally, I am a fan of the backstory, if you know what I'm saying, because if you have a good backstory, chances are you have some good thighs as well. They kind of go hand in hand. But don't get me wrong, I love melons just as good, if you couldn't tell from my Twitter. Alright, so there you go, guys. That is pretty much it for all of the questions. Thank you guys for submitting. And if you excuse me, I will go edit this video now. So, yeah. Thank you guys for watching this video. I'll catch you guys later. Peace. Thanks for watching that video. I want to give a special thanks to Seswat, Parka J, JJ Hirtri, Rai Carrion, Beast, Cat Weiss, Malahat, Zippy Zap, Chiton, Ralku, Kitsu-chan, and Protect Toka. You guys are awesome. If you like the content and you feel like helping out, check out the Patreon page. Thanks.
Nice G. Nice G. That's not OP.